UNICEF facilitated a one-week emergency preparedness mission to gain an understanding of the current humanitarian situation affecting Belize, which was compounded by the climate-related hazards of 2022. In addition to that, the mission will allow us to assess the impact of the humanitarian response and intervention supported by UNICEF in the most vulnerable communities. UNICEF used this mission to leverage the support from the regional office as well to guide the response planning and preparedness process to achieve greater response and outcome. UNICEF will continue to work closely with the government and other humanitarian actors, such as our UN sister agencies, through advocacy, capacity building, and disaster risk reduction, coordination, as well as direct service delivery through government and our implementing partners. At UNICEF, we strongly believe that response is only as strong as its preparedness planning. And so that is what we focus on for this mission.
So the largest humanitarian program that UNICEF Belize is implementing at the moment is support to address the humanitarian needs of the migrant children and households. Specifically, we implement programs to address their immediate needs, such as access to water, access to health protection and education services, and also access to sanitation.
The students here, from the time they saw this upgraded bathroom, they're so excited with the faucets with accessible water and liquid soap, flush toilets. That is really a plus for the students. And what we do as teachers, we take the students to the bathroom and we just demonstrate how to use these facilities with care. They're better equipped to fight the germs. That's the number one priority.
And also we implement cash-based support for children from migrant households to meet their nutrition and other needs. UNICEF's humanitarian response aims to focus on the most disadvantaged communities and the most vulnerable children. So UNICEF works to ensure that all children and women, particularly those most vulnerable, have safe access to basic social services. While responding to humanitarian needs, UNICEF aims to achieve longer-term outcomes and impact that reduce need, risk, and vulnerability and enhance resilience. Vulnerabilities and inequity often exacerbated by emergencies.
UNICEF vision on emergency preparedness is based on the CCC, on the core commitment for children. So we have specific mandatory procedures that should be applied at country office level. We call it minimum preparedness standards. So regional offices usually, and even our HQ, will support the accomplishment of minimum preparedness standard to the country office level. Belize is a country that's been affected by more than 100 tropical storms in the last 150 years. 8 of them have been major hurricanes, so much stronger than the Hurricane Lisa in 2022.
The main source of our water is from the river itself. The cave is about 15 minutes from us. That's the source. So when that cave gets flooded, it rushes down. It's like a dam that overflows. It comes into the community, and right where I'm standing right now, this gets filled with water. This is a low area. So this area gets flooded about 2 feet, 3 feet of water inside the community. So people would go to the hurricane shelter, and on this side, people will stay here. On the other side, there's another problem. People cannot come here and shelter. They have to go somewhere that they can access their home after the hurricane shelter.
La situación humanitaria aquí en Santa Cruz con familias inmigrantes es bien pobre. Tenemos dificultad con ellos, niños que no pueden estudiar porque no tienen sus papeles. Tienen que venir los niños después de la escuela, tienen que venir con una larga distancia para recoger un poquito de agua. A veces solo es 1 hora que hay agua y tienen que aprovechar esa hora. A veces consiguen agua, a veces no. Las casas no tienen un piso de cemento, viven en solo la tierra. Toda la familia amontonada, no tienen luz, no tienen baño. Bastante gente usa el creek para lavar trastes, lavar ropa, que no es apropiado porque el agua está bien sucia, pero como no tienen otra opción, no se puede. Por eso es muy difícil para los inmigrantes no tener papeles porque no tienen esa oportunidad y sufren bastante.
We had a simulation exercise, and then with the simulation exercise, we identified the most important preparedness gap that we have. So now the country office has an action plan with specific minimum preparedness standard that we want to achieve. In Belize country office, taking this task really seriously. we've been to the field, we've been looking at this underlying vulnerability that we have, especially in the south, and we've seen how UNICEF could support the community level as well as the institutional level, subnational level, to be better prepared to respond in case of emergency.